I'm Patti Browne, and you are in the strategy room. While all eyes are on tonight's Republican debate, tension is growing on the Democratic side over the DNC debate schedule. A rift between Democratic National Committee Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz and members of the party's leadership is going public. It's all over the decision to hold only 6 planned debates. One struggling 2016 candidate, Martin O'Malley, says the current schedule is rigged. In fact, he says, to favor Hillary Clinton. Here to weigh in are Basil Smikle Jr., the executive director of the New York State Democratic Party, and Katrina Pierson, spokesperson for the Tea Party Leadership Fund. So lesser-known candidates like O'Malley and Lincoln Chafee tend to benefit from more debates since they need the exposure. But Hillary Clinton's campaign wanted fewer debates. In fact, the DNC chair, or Wasserman Schultz, says it was tough to get Hillary to agree to even 6. And supporters of the DNC plan say if you hold too many debates, it could hurt the eventual Democratic nominee in the general election. Katrina, what do you think about all that?
Well, I think if you look at the first GOP debate and how Carly Fiorina literally catapulted from her beeline debate, of course these other candidates want more debates because then they too will have the opportunity to be seen and heard, which will help them. And Hillary Clinton definitely doesn't want any more debates because she's going to have to answer a lot of questions over time. And they are out for blood on the Democrat side. They are fighting for that top place, and she's dropping in the polls. So it'd be wise for her to avoid that as much as possible. But I would assume they're probably going to add at least one more debate to try and make both sides happy.
Yeah, 2 vice chairs of the Democratic National Committee are publicly disagreeing with Debbie Wasserman Schultz. They say they want more debates. They say they let her know that privately at first, but when she refused, they went public. They posted a statement on Facebook criticizing Schultz for limiting the debates. And O'Malley, as we said, he's been very critical. He says the schedule is rigged in favor of Hillary Clinton. Basil, do you think the DNC is handling this properly?
Well, I do. I agree with Katrina's conclusion, but not necessarily the argument. I do think that at the end, the DNC may add another debate or two, because it's not actually just Martin O'Malley. Although I was at the DNC meeting in Minneapolis and I heard a very thunderous speech by Governor O'Malley talking about the need for more debates, and even I had individuals around me saying, "Wow, we love that fire." So when you're down a little bit, you feel like, I don't want to say he has nothing to lose, but you probably add a little more fire and thunder to your speeches because you are trying to push your way forward. But also Bernie Sanders has been talking about this issue as well. So that's why, and you see the kind of following that he has. So I don't know if this was done in favor of Hillary Clinton, but I do think that you will have, I think the DNC will probably come to some decision very soon about adding another debate.
Yeah, Katrina, Basil mentioned Bernie Sanders. He, of course, is rising in the polls. He's beating Hillary right now in some states. And he does say he agrees with O'Malley. He is publicly on record. He wants more debates. But he also says, look, I don't want to get involved in this public dispute. I don't want to debate over debates. Let's stick to the issues. Is Bernie Sanders taking the right position here?
Well, I think so. He can play both sides really right now and just agree with O'Malley on getting more debates because it will help him too. But he could still take a step back so that he's not attacking Hillary Clinton or criticizing her for not wanting that. He is rising in the polls for her, and he's drawing very strong crowds. So it's great for him to play both sides of the aisle, because then that way no one can really get upset with him in the process.
All right. So there's the wild card still, not that wild anymore, of Joe Biden. What about all that?
That really is interesting, because if he gets into the race, clearly you're probably going to have another debate or two because of the how the number of candidates has stretched. We don't have the intramural league that the Republicans have. We still actually have a relatively small field. So I do think you can get done what you need to get done with the debates that are already scheduled. But Joe Biden comes into the race, it definitely shakes things up. But it's all going to be really fascinating. Going to be some great policy discussions, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he might just hold out and let the debates go on without him, and then he can go on shows like Colbert and cry and just kind of play that angle. It's a very interesting dynamic. All right, we're going to have to leave it there. Basil and Katrina, thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you can check out foxnews.com for more on the 2016 presidential race. I'm Patti Browne. Thanks for watching.